I greet you in peace. My name is Kenny Sung. Welcome to Black Vision, an art appreciation program. I've had a lifelong love affair with visual art. Starting when I was a little girl growing up in New York City, where art was alive in the city. Galleries everywhere, easy access. I'd attend gallery openings, visit art museums anytime I wanted. And I even worked with an art firm in Soho when I was a teenager. And oh, how my appreciation for the visual art grew as my education about it grew. My appreciation for the people who create art has grown exponentially over time, and I'd love for yours too as well. Share with family, friends, colleagues, and especially the children. My hope is that they will gain an appreciation at a young age, just like I had the opportunity to. Art can change our world because you get to see what other people are thinking and feeling. It's just beautiful.
Surrealism as an art style was born in the early 1920s in France in response to the rational thinking that many artists and writers in Paris believed to have led to World War I. Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines surrealism in art as the principles, ideals, or practice of producing fantastic or incongruous imagery or effects in art, literature, film, or theater by means of unnatural or irrational juxtapositions and combinations. Robert H. Colescott, born on August 26, 1925 in Oakland, California, to musician parents, portrayed social and political conflicts in his work. His father was a Pullman worker and a member of the Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters, the first African American union formed in 1935 to combat racism. Mr. Colescott, who later became an internationally known professor at the University of Arizona, depicted the racial stereotypes held in historic and contemporary society. A fighter in the 86th Black Hawk Division of World War I, he later received his Bachelor of Arts in 1949 from UC Berkeley, and he traveled to Paris to study under Fernand Léger. In 1952, he earned his Master of Arts degree from UC Berkeley as well. Colescott was a resident artist at the Tamarind Institute and earned grants from the National Endowment for the Arts, among other awards and grants, including the John Simon Guggenheim Memorial Foundation grant that allowed him to study in Egypt at the American Research Center, and he was the first African American artist to solo exhibit at the Venice Biennale in Italy. Robert H. Colescott passed away on June 4, 2009 in Tucson, Arizona. Frida Kahlo. There are a plethora of articles, exhibits, and even films about the great Frida Kahlo that presently engage art history and cultural enthusiasts. A self-taught artist, her work traveled such psychological and emotional depths that I would be remiss to not include her in the first episode on Surrealism. Frida Kahlo was born in Cayocoan, Mexico City, Mexico, on July 6, 1907, to a German father and an Amerindian and Spanish mother. Like Robert H. Colescott, Frida Kahlo became immersed in the social and political conflicts around her at a young age. In 1929, Miss Kahlo married the renowned artist Diego Rivera. Towards the end of her life, she grew extremely ill and often thought of suicide as reflected in some of her work. Frida Kahlo passed away at the young age of 47 on July 13, 1954, leaving the world a volume of work. Following her death and still today, her work and life story continues to grow in popularity. For as you can see in her paintings and drawings, Miss Kahlo exposed the depths of her love, fear, anger, and frustration. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, click subscribe at the end.